What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the German Bear Podcast. And today I want to talk about day 13 of the 2023 Chicago Bears training camp. And after a long padded practice yesterday, the Bears still weren't pads today, but kept it a little bit shorter. So overall, not that many tweets and not that many tweets about certain players, but we still got a lot of interesting stuff that happened today. So the update report will be a little bit shorter, which is totally fine, I guess. As for the injuries, let's get right into it. Players that did not participate today: Chase Claypool, Nate Davis, Jaquan Brisker, Tremaine Edmonds, DeMarcus Walker, Terrell Smith, Lucas Patrick, Travis Homer, Nathan Peterman, Dylan Cole, and Josh Blackwell all did not participate today. As for the players that were back, Terrell Lewis missed one practice. I guess it was maybe a veteran day off or I don't know what it was, but he's back practicing with the Bears. And then also Marcedes Lewis, I think with his first padded practice for the Chicago Bears. So really excited about that. We're going to talk about him later on in today's video too. But for the injuries, we shouldn't be worried too much about those players right now. We still got about a month until the first game starts against the Packers. So those players still got a lot of time to heal and actually get still some quality reps in, and I'm really not too worried at this point in time. If they're not suiting up for the Packers game, then we can be worried. But right now, let's play it a little bit safe. Let's just let that player heal up and get ready for the season and not overdo it. So I'm fine with that. Let's not be too worried about them at this point in time. As we now get into the practice right away for the offense, overall, lots of running and pounding the rock today. The Bears started off, I think, right away with 11 on 11s. I didn't see anything else. And they started off with a red zone drill. And during that red zone drill, or 11 on 11s, there was once again lots of running, no specific play highlighted, but one pass that was actually thrown out there was a completion from Justin Fields to DJ Moore over the middle though. So still love Justin Fields and DJ Moore connecting on a couple of footballs, but overall the passing game was not that strong today, or at least they didn't try that much by reports. So that was kind of interesting, really run focused today, which is totally fine because the Bears are a pretty good running team, right? We saw it last year. So I like that actually by the Chicago Bears, more maybe on purpose focusing on the run today. And then the Chicago Bears moved the ball back to the 40 with now 11 on 11s from the 40 moving forward. And it started off with a D'Onta Foreman run, which was a good run by him on a pitch play. And what was also reported was Darnell Wright had a key block right there on that play. So love Darnell Wright setting a key block right there. That's obviously super important, and also good to see D'Onta Foreman getting a couple of reps in. Then also was reported that later on Braxton Jones had a really good pass pro rep against Yannick Ngakoue, recovered well by reports, and Justin Fields on that same play tried to hit Treston Ebner on a play, but TJ Edwards was there to knock it down. So overall, good to see Braxton Jones sticking up against a very good pass rusher, and then the defense still got the better end result of that play with that pass deflection, as the Bears then moved on to a second series from the 40 down the field. And this is probably my favorite play of the entire day. Was a play action play where Marcedes Lewis had his first catch of camp so far, popping out late after a block and being wide open. And for me personally, I absolutely love that. If you want to, feel free to check out my film room episode on him, where I broke down Marcedes Lewis's tape and what he can bring to the Bears. And there you saw it. He's not maybe the most explosive player anymore, and he won't get any separation. He's 39 years old, right? But what he does so well is blocking, and then in the passing game, he can just easily pop out, sell a block really well, get wide open, and this is what happened right there. And I love hearing that out of camp, that Marcedes Lewis is used that way, because he can be such an effective player for the Chicago Bears moving forward, even though he is a little bit on the older side, right? And then it was also reported that Lewis actually made some good yards after the catch too. So really great seeing Justin Fields and Marcedes Lewis connect on that play, and I was really happy to read that today. As for then a following play, Justin Fields had two dropbacks in a row where nothing was open by reports, and he tucked the ball and ran. For me, that's another positive report. Reading in between the lines, it looks like he's being patient, waits for his receivers being open, and then as soon as nothing gets open, he actually takes off as necessary and makes some yards with his legs. So that's once again keeping his legs as a secret weapon, using it just moderately, right? Not in all situations, and just taking calculated risks and shots with his legs, not always going for it right away, but right there he had to run away, didn't have anything open by reports, and then boom, takes off, takes some easy yards. That's great stuff right there by Justin Fields. And overall for that 11-on-11 period, not a very fluid period caused by struggles of the offensive line. Overall, they still had another false start play. I don't know who it was, but those are mistakes that they had to get rid of now. And then also a couple of inside pressures from the defensive line. We'll talk about defense in a couple of minutes too, but that was definitely the cause for the not as productive session by the Chicago Bears right there. But also Darnell Mooney and Robert Tonyan, have to say that, were mentioned too with some completions during that phase. So good Justin Fields once again spreading the ball around, finding Marcedes Lewis, Darnell Mooney, Robert Tonyan, right? So really excited about that. And then the Bears ended practice with a 2-minute drill, and that was really not a great performance by the offense once again. First play, pretty positive start, right? A quick slant to DJ Moore for 8 yards. Great connection right there. Once again, just hitting DJ Moore on a quick route, giving him the ball, and then DJ Moore is going to be really dangerous with the ball in his hand. So absolutely love seeing a lot of slant completions right there from Justin Fields, just getting him into a rhythm, easy completions, right? Then on second and third down, same problem again. Pressure came through and ended the drive quickly. Justin Fields once had a pass batted down with the pressure from the interior, and then the second play he had to throw it away with once again pressure on him. So overall, not a really great day for the offense overall, but there were a couple of good things. They pounded the rock. They did have a nice action play to Marcedes Lewis, which stood out to me. And then also for the second team, have to mention a couple of players there too. PJ Walker with a bounce back day after struggling throughout camp so far, but he had a really solid day today. And also during that phase, Velus Jones Jr. with a 10-yard out route, so had a catch right there. Velus Jones Jr., like him, getting a couple of good plays on those intermediate routes. And then Roschon Johnson was reported with a couple of strong runs, being physical, so love hearing that too. But as I said, overall for the offense, not the best day overall, but a couple of good takeaways that you can get out of that practice today. As for the defense, they had a really strong day. Obviously, if the offense struggles, defense probably had a strong day, and they definitely did. For the defensive line players that were mentioned, really great practice for them. Andrew Billings continues to be a menace to the run game, blew a couple of plays dead today. And then also Rasheem Green was mentioned a few times with a very good day overall. Blew up a run from Khalil Herbert with backside pursuit, then beat to Tyree Carter and forced a throwaway from Justin Fields. And later on 3rd and 10, he got past Darnell Wright and had a sack too. So Rasheem Green really showing out. Love that from the free agent acquisition. And then also edge rush start Yannick Ngakoue for the Bears with his first impressive reps today, one where he got around a tackle quickly and had a pressure with a potential sack on the play. And then also Dominique Robinson with a batted down pass, and also Jervin Dexter batted a pass down too. So overall defensive line really dominant today. Would love for the offensive line to get them back over the next couple of training camp practices, but they definitely won the day today. As for the linebackers who was mentioned, Noah Sewell with an impressive day once again on a blitz, had a sack on Justin Fields. That's what he did so successfully in college too, right? That's why he can be used early on by the Bears in some special blitz packages, because he's such a strong dude. So love hearing that out of practice. And TJ Edwards with, as I mentioned earlier, a pass deflection against Treston Ebner, so he's balling out. And then for the DBs, just two guys. Jalen Johnson with a good play against DJ Moore in 11-on-11s where he jumped a route and almost had an interception. And Tyreek Stevenson continues his great play with stuffing the run on an outside run play where he showed his physicality and just blew that run up in seconds. So love that he's not shying away from the run game and is developing in that aspect of his game too. So overall for today's practice, defense definitely dominated. A couple of good things that we could take away from offense though still. And overall, it is a shorter practice today, but still the team is getting better. The team is getting more competitive, and I can't wait and see what they do against the Tennessee Titans in the upcoming preseason game. And with that being said, that's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of Bears Day 13 practice of the 2023 training camp. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. Check out Instagram and Twitter if you want to as well. And as always, guys, bear down.